So it's been maybe a month or so since I last made an update on the Bluick. Hasn't gone anywhere. The brakes are still broken. They did start working, but I don't know. I figure next week or so I'm going to bring this in, have the master cylinder replaced, because that's the only thing I can imagine that would be causing it to lose complete brake pressure entirely. And I'll have it towed in and we'll get that done. But meanwhile, let's do a startup. It's been a while. See if the battery's even still good. Last time I started this, my dad was here and I replaced the radiator on the '87 Camry. So I'll look up the date and I'll put that on screen. That was the last time this was started. I'm going to give the pedal 4 whacks and we'll see what happens. If it needs more, then it needs more. Let's see what's going to happen. She started up. Now it runs like a bag of shit when it's cold. You can see it's shaking and misfiring. So I just rev it a little bit and then it calms down. Not too bad. That started up nice and easy. That battery's a bit low, I can tell, but indeed she did start up. I'm going to let this run for a bit, let it warm up, we'll kick it down, all that great stuff. Here's your exhaust note. If you got good stereo separation, you might hear the different exhausts. So we've got good oil pressure, too much fuel. Plenty of fuel, full fucking tank. We're charging a little bit, it looks like there. Let's see if we have any brakes. When my dad was here, we did, and it magically did. Yeah, we still have brakes. Maybe not great. Let's see if it'll hold the car. Yeah, it does. Transmission's good. See if it'll kick down a little. Oh, still a bit cold. We'll let it run for a bit. The misfire at startup allegedly has to do with the choke on the carburetor being need to be adjusted. Maybe when I get the brakes done, I'll mention that, and hopefully he can do that. We'll see, but we actually do have brakes now. I'm just too afraid to drive it. And I also don't like, you can't hear it. I'll shut it for a second, maybe it can. Hear that grumbly? And it stutters as it goes down. That's a hot restart. Same thing here. So I think it's the master cylinder, but we do definitely have brake pressure now. The blower, last I knew, only worked on high. Now it doesn't work at all. That's good. Okay. I don't know. It used to work. Something's gone absolutely bonkers. The left signal doesn't signal, the right does. The left works, you can hear it click, but it doesn't, the indicator isn't working. I'm not going to try the wipers because they're shot. Radio we know doesn't work. And the lights still are just down because that doesn't work anymore either. The lights work, but that's it. She's got a little heat in her now, so maybe it'll kick down. Radiator, the thermostat has not opened yet, but the gauge has gone up slightly. Oh yeah, there you go. Now she's happy. That's good. Let's see if there's any leaks while it's running. I don't see any notorious coolant leak, but the hose it's not flowing yet because the thermostat isn't open. I hear the noisy bearings and the alternator. That's actually making a considerable racket, but those alternators are like 50, 60 bucks. It's right there on top, no big shit. So when it goes, it goes. And I just hear the valve train going, you know, just it's just moving nice, you know. We got a little heat in there now. Oh yeah, she's opening up. She's opening up. How you doing? I don't know where we left off. The camera battery died somewhere in the midst of this, but she definitely got up to operating temperature, ran nice and smooth. I kicked it down if the camera was rolling for that, I don't know. And then I got a little sidetracked. Some guy rolled up in a Jeep or something and said, "Is it for sale?" How you doing? So the answer is, not unless you give me money. The Buick is, everything has its price, okay? I was offered actually a decent sum. Wasn't for him, it was his brother, his cousin, someone, or whatever. You know, he's going to let him know. I'll never hear from him, but anyway, it was a tidy sum of money. And while I'm not looking for the money, and I'd rather keep the car, for that kind of money, I could find another car. So it's not for sale, but for that kind of money, it might be. You know, we got to talk turkey and all that. But anyway, she ran good. She ran nice. We have brake pressure, and I could at least pull it out of here onto the street safely, so it could be loaded up onto a tow truck and taken in for that. So I'll make sure to get a master cylinder and have the guy put that on. I mean, it's not really difficult, but you got to bleed it, and these bleeder screws are from 1967, and they're probably, so we could let him have fun with that. Yeah, so she's here, she runs, she does her thing, started right up after however long that was. Again, I'll put it on the I put it on the screen earlier. So yeah, it's here, it runs, it just hasn't gone anywhere because, and hopefully soon I'll have the brakes fixed, and then we can actually take her for a spin just in time for the weather to turn cold. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.